Hi there, this is Order of Operations Part 2. It is the last video, I think, in the polynomial section, and it is neat because it brings in all the different sections that we have looked at. So, hopefully, you know by now you've watched enough of these videos. Turn off the video, do the questions, and then turn it back on and see how we do. Alrighty. I'm sorry this just came typed out so weird. So minus b times that divided by that. Trying to figure out the best way to approach this. I'm going to put this over 1. It's another one. There was a question on the last one that had fractions in it, and I guess I probably should do some videos about fractions just enough so that you remember how to do it. So I'm going to multiply across the top first, minus b times 60 b3. So minus 60 b to the 4th, and across the bottom, minus 10 b squared. And that will give me minus 60 divided by 10 is 6 b squared. Now, I just want to try something else. Minus b, 60 divided by minus 10 is going to be minus 6b. Oh, oops. Do you see how much simpler this is? Negative 1 times 6 is 6b squared. Okay, so my idea of making it into a fraction and multiply, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Much simpler. And that happens sometimes. Both times, we got the same answer. Sometimes I just have something in mind when I make up these questions. Hey, whatever, it's all good. All right, let's try this one. Ooh, brackety, brackety, brackety bits. All right, order of operations says if you have multiple brackets, you start on the most inside one, which means, but sadly, there's nothing we can do there. So then it means the square brackets is going to have my priority. So let's this down, minus 2. Don't change the shape of the bracket. It's not huge, but it's best practice not to. It just keeps everything more organized. 3x. Now, plus in front of a bracket just means I can drop that bracket. Plus 9 minus x squared. Now, if we look at what's in there, yeah, there's no like terms. So then the next step is going to be to distribute. So 3x squared minus 6x minus 18 plus 2x squared. And that got rid of my square brackets. So now I'm going to collect like terms and I'm going to put them in descending order while I'm at it. So 3x squared and 2x squared is 5x squared minus 6x minus 18. And ta-da, there we go. Let's do these ones. Ooh, check that out. That is super cool. So the squared thing means I need to write that twice. There's a number of ways to do this. And because order doesn't matter when I do multiplication, I'm actually going to save myself some time and I'm going to do that part first. And then I will bring the 3t in. So 3t and I'm gonna just do it in a quick FOIL method because there's honestly, there's not a lot of room in here. I should have left more room there for me to work. So I'm not doing the FO. If you want to, actually the previous video, there were some pretty interesting multiplication questions to do. I did a couple examples like that. So I'm just going to do it like this. FOIL, so 7 times 7 is 49. 7 times minus t is minus 17. Minus t times 7 is minus 17 plus t squared. All right, so 3t. I'm also going to switch this around while I'm at it. So t squared minus, so minus 7 more is minus 14t plus 49. Okay, and that plus came from, that's an understood positive 49. So I can't do anything else in my bracket. So now I can distribute. So 3t to the third minus maybe 42, maybe not. 3 times 14. Woohoo! 42t plus, okay, 3 times 49, that's like 100, that's like 3 times 50. Okay, I'm going to say 147. Let's see how my brain is. 3 times 49. Woohoo! 147, and something went wonky. Because okay, the reason I noticed something went wonky is because I went to T3 and to T, and then to that. I lost the T, forgot about the T up front. So this should have a T squared, and that should have a T behind it. And there's my final answer. Okay, now this is one we haven't come across before. Maybe I should have done a couple when I did the division part, but the rule is, and BEDMAS doesn't really cover this, is you consider this big old fraction line. Think of it in terms of a huge set of brackets. So if you have something like this, you do what's on the top, you do what's on the bottom. And when you're done simplifying the top and the bottom part separately, then you worry about combining them. So I'm just going to worry about my top line here. So 6x to the 3 minus 3x. Now this negative I'm going to distribute minus 2x3 minus 5x. So x cubes and x cubes. So 4x cubed minus 3 and 5, 8x divided by 4x. Now I can do my division. I'm going to run out of room, so I'm going to go this way, which I usually don't. Right, in math, always work down, 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 down. Keep working down all the time. Don't work across, because especially when you start solving equations, this is going to cause you so much grief. But I am running out of room, and I know for this question it won't matter much. So 4 divided by 4 is 1. Put the 1, don't put the 1. It's okay. X and minus 8 divided by 4 is 2, and my x's cancel out. And there we go. Apparently, I was pretty enthralled with, ooh, look at that. Look at that. You see those? Those are funky brackets. Those are actually called set notation brackets. Half the time I call them squirrely brackets or swirly brackets, depending on the day. But we've got set notation brackets, we've got square brackets, and we've got round brackets, normal brackets. So all of this mess, you start on the inside. So here's my priority. But if you look at that, just like those other questions, there's nothing we can do there. But that means that this distributing is going to be my first thing I'm going to do. So minus, and don't lose that minus up front. It is not a typo. It's supposed to be there. 3z minus square bracket 5. Now I'm going to distribute minus 9z squared minus 3. And then I'm going to bring plus 4z plus z squared, square bracket, set notation bracket. All right. Now it looks like I should be able to do something in here with some simplification. So bring everything else down. So negative set notation bracket 3z minus square bracket. Now let's look. Oh, there's a z squared. And there's a z squared. So 9z squared plus z squared is giving me minus 8z squared. Now I've only got some z's. I don't have any other z's anywhere else. So plus 4z. And then I've got 5 and minus 3. So it's going to be plus 2 square bracket, set notation bracket. Okay, now if we look here, there is nothing I can put together, which is cool. So that means I can put all of this stuff, whoops, nope. I'm going to distribute and get rid of that first minus, set notation bracket, 3z. Now a negative times a negative becomes a positive, 8z squared minus 4z minus 2. And I got rid of the square brackets. Now, before I go further, that switched, that switched, that switched. Okay, now let's see, can we put stuff together in here? Yes, we can. I don't know if you're old enough to remember Bob the Builder, but yes, we can. Negative, set notation brackets. We got 8z squared. Remember, I'm always reorganizing it so that the higher exponents come first. And I just realized, no, I didn't particularly need that plus there, but it's there, so whatever. Now I've got minus 4z and 3z. So that's going to give me minus z minus 2. Set notation bracket. Last step, we're going to distribute that through. So minus 8z squared plus z plus 2. And that, my friends, dum dum dum, is the final answer for that one. Oh my, I think this video might be getting a little long. Sorry. But there's only 2 questions left. All right, here we go. Distributing 21t to the 4th minus 14t squared minus 7t. You can see by the amount of room I left myself, I kind of messed up, and I'm going to do more than one step at the same time. So distribute there. Here, I'm going to distribute my negatives. So minus 5t4 minus 9t squared plus 4t. And essentially this whole first step is distributing and getting rid of brackets. Plus 24t to the 4th plus 15t squared. If I had a lot of room and honestly a lot of time, I would have done this one and then copied it everything and then this one and then yeah, no. All right, so what is the highest power of t we have? We have t4s. So there's a t4, there's a t4, and there's a t4. So 21 plus, oopsies, 21 minus 5 plus 24 is 40. Oh, I can't believe I didn't do that in my head. All right, T4s. I do not see any T3s, so now we've got minus 14t squared and minus 9t squared and 15t squared. Minus 14. Minus 14. Now, it's up to you. Plus minus. Now it's all messed up. Minus 14 plus minus 9 plus 15. Minus 8. You could have, instead of doing that plus minus 9, just did subtracting 9. But I want to try and keep it consistent. Minus 8t squared. Now I've got minus 7t and 4t. So that's going to be minus 3t. That was an awful lot of work. So that's a really good example of bed mounts where you're distributing. And so is the last one there. Oh, I don't know why I did this to you or but makes us stronger and better. Don't be afraid. I'm not afraid of this question. It's just like, oh, that's so long, and it's the very end, and I'm getting tired of polynomials. I'm pretty excited. I'm working on Pythagorean theorem next. All right, multiplying through 2 times 5 is 10. X to the 5. 2 times minus 13 is minus 26. X3. All right, so we distributed. Now we have a plus. Stop rattling my pen. When there's just a plus outside a set of brackets, we can just bring everything down the way it is. All right, now we're going to distribute minus. Well, distribute, multiply through. Watch my signs because there's a negative there. 3x to the third. 3 times 2 is 6x squared minus 18x plus 50. Now, before I go further, negative, swap my sign, swap my sign, swap my sign. Okay, because you guys know if you've been watching my videos, it's the signs that mess me up more than anything else. Okay, I got no more x to the fifth, so 10 x to the fifth. Now, there's a third power. Oh, I copied that one wrong. So there's another third power. Double checking as I go. And there's one. So minus 26. Minus 26 plus 4 plus minus 3. Oh, really? Oh, I'm so sad that I couldn't do that one in my head. Of course, if I put those two together, it's just going to make it go up by 1. But it's negative, so it goes down by 1. You got that? That's why it's time to use a calculator. Minus 25x to the 3. Now, I got a squared, and I got a squared. So minus 9 and plus 6 is minus 3x squared. And then we got, I'm running out of shapes and stuff to write with. There, we'll do that. Minus 3 and negative 18 should be minus 15x. And 15 just comes along. Woohoo! If you got that answer, that is amazing. If you got something else and you can't, and I made a mistake, you know who I am if you're watching my videos, shoot me an email and I will put a change in the description. I don't think it's wrong. It was just long and you had to be pretty darn fussy. All right, have a great day.